Another live look at the breaking news we have been following for you now for an hour. A live picture of a barge burning on the Ohio River in Riverside. This has prompted a shelter in place for areas in a half-mile radius of Riverside. We have a live report with a live update planned any moment now. We will bring that to you as it happens after this.
Welcome back, everyone, and to that breaking news that we've been bringing you for about the last hour now. What you're looking at right there is a barge on fire. Now, this is right off of, it's in Riverside, 5495 River Road, and people there are being told to shelter in place. As you can see, this thing is fully engulfed, as they say in the fire industry. You see lots of flames and you see plenty of smoke, and that smoke's part of the problem, Evan.
Yeah, so there is a shelter in place now that's affecting Riverside and really into Sailor Park, and probably could eventually push toward the downtown area, kind of upriver. According to Brandon, that's the direction this wind is blowing here. But as of right now, the shelter in place that's mentioned there on your screen is a half-mile radius of 5495 River Road, which is about where this barge is. Obviously, the barge is on the river. What's interesting to me, Tanya, as we've watched this the past hour or so, there was a period where there was no smoke. We didn't see any smoke coming up from the river, and now we can see from a different angle. Not only is there a lot of that thick black smoke, and we're told that's diesel fuel that's burning, but we can also see that it is still actively burning.
In fact, when our Sean Delancey, who is on scene, we have multiple photographers on scene too, and I'm glad they're pulling back a little wider so we can see. You're seeing a tug or some sort of barge. I think that's a tug pulling up right now, and I don't know if that's going to help with trying to put this out. You see multiple floating crafts around that, so little boats and other things, and it might be there to help put this fire out or attempt to do so. But first we saw light smoke, right? And we saw lots of fire trucks, even in our live shots, heading in that direction. We saw water being poured all over this barge. Right now, Evan, and we are not privy to every angle of this, but you don't see so much of that right now. You're not seeing water, at least from the direction that we're looking, being poured on it. We're seeing plenty of emergency response there. And as you can see, folks, that tail of smoke, that drifting from east to west toward the downtown area, in that it's all drifting away. And so that's why they're telling folks to shelter in place, because that is, as far as they know right now, just diesel fuel. But you see that thick, heavy gray smoke, and even as it drifts away, it's still very colored.
And we know that they have been actively attacking this fire. At least they were for a time. But again, this is about the time when we didn't see smoke. As Tanya just said, right about 4:50, Cincinnati Fire and EMS actually posted some photos of the initial attack on this that was happening from sort of the gangway onto that barge. And they had a couple of hoses there. That was about 4:50 p.m. here. So now we're talking 30 minutes ago. We understand that fire is now going to give us an update on what we've just been talking about.
News conference right now. Here we go. You can see them getting into place right now. So let's listen in.
Flagler, F like Frank, L-A-G-L-E-R. I'm Assistant Fire Chief, Cincinnati. Flagler, F like Frank, L-A-G-L-E-R. So at 3:30 this afternoon, we had a report of a fire. So at 3:30 this afternoon, we had a report of a fire on a barge on the bank of the Ohio River, Sailor Park. And there is a maintenance barge, which is a barge that's on the river, and it's the maintenance shop for a barge company. And the maintenance shop is on fire. It's a floating hardware store, if you will. The fire is being brought under control at this time. Inside the building is maintenance type equipment and some diesel fuel, which is fueling that fire, and it's creating all of that dark smoke. So we've asked people that are a half a mile east of this incident to shelter in place, and all that means is just stay inside. If you have your heat or air conditioning on, please turn that off, just so you don't draw smoke into your homes. There's no other chemicals, there's no hazards other than that smoke, which can be kind of irritating, so we wanted the community to be aware. There's no injuries at the scene of the incident. All the workers at the barge company are accounted for and everyone is safe. We're just a little concerned about that smoke. It's taken us quite a while to bring that under control.
Do you know what caused the fire?
We don't have a cause at this time. Our investigators are on the scene.
Tell me a little bit about the crews that are here battling all of this, both from land and water.
Yeah, we have about 55 firefighters on the scene, which includes 2 of our fire boats. And we're receiving some assistance from the Coast Guard and from some of the other barge companies on the river here that can help us attack a fire from the water side.
So when you were mentioning there's diesel fuel in there and maintenance type equipment. I mean, how long does it take to put out a fire like this when there's so much fuel? Is this going to take a while?
It could take a while. The difficulty is when we put too much water onto that barge, we could sink it. So we have to be measured in our approach. We're putting water on the fire, and then we're using some pumps to actually pump that water off the barge so we can continue to attack the fire.
How long do you think people will have to shelter in place?
We're hoping that the dewatering or the pumping off operations are going to go well. We have them in place now, and we're satisfied that they're working. So we think we're going to get the upper hand on this fire pretty quickly. We're hoping within the hour that we'll be able to lift that restriction. And again, it's just a caution because the smoke can be irritating. There's no hazardous materials or other kind of chemicals inside that smoke.
Your crews must be pretty ready to take on something like this. How often do you train for a barge fire?
We train all the time, and one of our fireboats was actually on the river conducting training when this incident came in, so we were on the scene within minutes with our fireboats.
How much does the wind play a part in a fire like this?
The wind is a problem just because it pushes that smoke. The other concern is the river level is elevated right now, which creates a current in the river, which is a challenge for our crews, but we have really great equipment and our partners are helping us a lot, so we're confident that we're going to be able to operate safely. The only other thing is we're working with the Coast Guard and our federal partners. We're testing the water right now to make sure there's no contaminants or anything like that in the river. We don't have any indications that there's any contaminants in the river right now, but we're going to continue to test that as we go.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.
Well, there you have it, Assistant Fire Chief Matt Flagler giving us an update here for this barge fire that started right around 3:30 here on the Ohio River. They say that they are still battling this fire along with their partners, including the Coast Guard. They've got a couple of fire boats, again, out on the river here, but you can still visibly see flames coming from that barge, which they have identified as a workshop barge. And one of the interesting things that we did here during that press conference was that they can't attack this fire too aggressively, put too much water onto that barge because it could potentially sink it, leading to more problems in the area. Now, another key thing that was just mentioned there by Assistant Chief Flagler was the fact that they do not believe that there is anything that is actually harmful burning off of that barge, creating this large smoke cloud. They believe that at this point it is just diesel burning, but they have instituted that shelter in place for a half-mile radius here around River Road, so that people just don't get irritated, whether that's in their lungs, especially people that have pre-existing conditions, whether that be COPD, chronic bronchitis, things along those lines. That can be specifically irritating when you have this heavy smoke plume in the region. So he expects, Assistant Chief Flagler expects that they could potentially be lifting that here within the hour, but that's hard to determine as they continue to pour water onto this boat. Another thing that is worth mentioning that we have noticed just from running around on both ends of the scene here, it is closed at, the roadway here, Riverside Road, is closed at Bender on the west side and down at Anderson Ferry over on the east side of the scene, and at least on the Anderson Ferry side where there's a lot more traffic. It is taking a long time for people to get through this area, so just best to have completely avoid the area. Number one, for the smoke inhalation risk, and number two, because it is going to be a little bit of a nightmare to try and get through this commuting area. Now, it has been interesting to watch as the wind shifts direction, so does the smoke. It's largely blowing from west to east at this point, so it is heading towards the city of Cincinnati. But again, as we were riding around the area, it largely seems that you could smell this primarily for a half mile in every direction, so it seems like that's the right radius for the shelter in place in this area. Just to recap one more time, this fire started around 3:30 right here along Riverside Road, along the Ohio River, and Assistant Chief Flagler says that they actually had a fireboat out on the river doing some training when this broke out, so they were here within just a couple of minutes, but the fact that it is a diesel fire making it very difficult to get this fire knocked down at this point. More than an hour and a half they've been battling at this point, along with some of their partners from the gas company, the Coast Guard, and a couple of their own boats, and also trying to hit it from the shore. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this, but for right now, along Riverside Road, I'm Sean Delancey, WCPO 9 News.